without issue. They'll be fitted to the car in time for the next session.
Hello guys, Turbocharged 51 over here! I hope you're having a splendid day wherever you are in the world. And guys, it is time for the Hungarian Grand Prix here at the Hungaroring. One of the tracks that I really suck at, but I'm blaming that on a friendship curse, which I will explain during qualifying. But let's look at the performance chart, guys. Ferrari are still at the top, with Mercedes and Red Bull biting at their heels. At this stage of the season is the closest that Mercedes and Red Bull have been this season thus far, and I don't think Ferrari is going to be an OP car still, but they still got to be the car to beat. Then officially we are in 4th position after our win in Germany, so we are now on our way to catch those top 3 teams. Renault is bringing up the back end of the front half of the field. Then starting off the second half of the field, it's McLaren, Force India, Haas, and then bringing up the rear, it's still Williams and Sauber. That rear end battle is quite intensive, to say the least. Now guys, it's time for the qualifying here at the Hungaroring. I hope you guys are excited, because I am very excited. This is going to be an excellent episode. I can already see it. Hungary always provides an astonishing Grand Prix. So let's head to qualifying.
The excitement is starting to build here at the Hungaroring as the lights are about to go green for today's qualifying session. We expect some cars out on track any moment now. This is the kind of track that eats rear tyres for breakfast, or so I'm told by more experienced drivers than myself.
Lots of low-speed exits means the rears are in for a lot of punishment. It's all too easy to spin them up coming out of a corner too aggressively. It might look great for us as spectators, as we love to see a car driven beyond its limits, but it's not going to result in a great long-run pace.
Right, little bit of an electrical problem at the moment. We're working on it now, so don't worry. We're going to get you out there as soon as possible.
So we are here in the pit box ready for qualifying. Just quick reminder guys, follow me on all my social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. They're popping up on the screen as you guys are watching. Now guys, heading into Hungary, I was really on the back foot. Reason being, I struggled a lot in practice, had 2 crash outs. Sorry I didn't capture any footage of that. It was actually, the second one was quite spectacular. But also I didn't finish most of the practice programs because I just didn't have the pace in the car. I don't know why. I like Hungary, but it's just I'm not good here. But let me explain why I'm not good, because I blame it on the friendship curse. You guys already know Super Booster 23 from the GT Sport challenge, first car challenge, and the thing is, me and Super Boosted have come a long way. We have been friends for many years. Actually, it's been almost 14 years now that we have been friends. And I have to be honest with you guys, ever since he started watching F1, he only started like a few years ago, he has had a soft spot for Hungary. And I know at a stage Hungary was his favorite circuit on the F1 calendar. I don't know if it is anymore, but I know he's got a very big soft spot for Hungary. Now, with that being said, the typical friendship curse, anytime your best friend likes something that you disagree with, you are obviously bad at it. So it's the same other way around. When I like something, he's usually bad at it. That is not just with tracks, that's like with our car choices. Like you guys heard in the GT Sport video, I'm a BMW and Nissan fanatic. He is an Audi and Toyota fanatic. So that German-Japanese kind of rivalry there. So it's Hungary, with it being his favorite track, I blame me being bad here on the friendship curse. And my favorite track on the calendar actually now is Baku. He hasn't driven Baku yet because Super Booster doesn't have a next-gen console just yet. But I know before that it was Canada, and he always when we played the old F1 games, he had bad luck at Canada, no matter how you put it. So yes, friendship curse. Guys, heading on to our final lap of Q1 here. You guys saw that I'm actually P16 at this stage. I'm not going to make it into Quali 2. So I really had to pull a rabbit out of the hat. It was, like I said, I didn't have any pace. I was struggling for grip in a lot of sections on the track, especially Sector 3, to be quite honest. Sector 1, I couldn't get the car to turn in, and I tweaked the front wing all through qualifying, and eventually I just ended up like throwing work and everything at it. Luckily we get out of quali 1 by the skin of our butt cheeks because it's only P14, so we made it through by 2 positions. With some other miracle, Renault and Force India are in the podium positions at this stage for qualifying. But you guys know quali 1 means nothing, and I can see most of the front runners, they were actually on soft tires. Ooh! Valtteri Bottas fell out in quali 1. That's good news for me and for Kimi Raikkonen, but still. Bottas I would choose to go through. I would have liked if Kimi fell out. But still, heading into quali 2, guys, I was quite excited that I actually made it out of quali 1, but I didn't have much confidence in getting out of quali 2. So I was really once again going to have to pull a rabbit out of the hat if I was going to make it through quali 2 into quali 3. And as you guys know, now we are officially the 4th best car, so we actually have to make it into quali 3. There's actually no excuses anymore. But at tracks like this, and I can guarantee you guys at the end of the season at Brazil and at Circuit of the Americas, I'm going to have the same problem, because actually just Sao Paulo and Circuit of the Americas I am just completely bad at. Like, there's no other way to put it. I am just plainly bad. So I'm not looking forward to those 2 Grand Prix, and it's always at the end of the season, so when it's crunch time I never seem to do anything good there. But still, we're not there yet. We're at Hungary. We're at the last Grand Prix before the summer break, so we have to do something to get this car into development during the summer break. And also just telling you guys know with my first season, with the summer break, the previous time I did Hungary, I did a little video with the vintage F1 cars, because F1 2019 is releasing like literally this week. I'm not going to do that here, but with my... Oh, sorry, I had a little bit of a burp there. With my first season of F1 2019, as soon as I hit Hungary and it's time for the summer break, I will do a video with the vintage F1 cars on the brand new F1 2019. And by some or other miracle, I actually make it into quali 3. Don't ask me how, don't ask me what I did, because I felt like it was a very bad lap, and still I got in. And for some other miracle, Sergio Perez got pole in quali 2, so once again, Sergio Perez is making that Force India work a lot harder than it's supposed to. But now we're in quali 3, we are much higher than I thought we were going to be at any stage during this weekend. So now it's crunch time, and even if I just come 10th, I am not even going to mind. But I'm going to try and go for like 8th, 7th. I don't think we're going to get anything better than 7th, if I have to be truly honest now. But like I thought the entire video so far, I didn't think I was going to get out of Q1, to be quite honest. So maybe you never know. Maybe there's a 5th place in our future. You never know. But still, rounding the first, ending our first lap and rounding the final corner, guys. Little kick of oversteer on these worn ultra soft tires, and we do a 1 minute 16.0. A very, very slow time indeed. But now we are going to go for our final lap in Q3 on a very fresh set of ultra soft tires, going for, guys, I'm gonna keep it good. I'm gonna say let's go for P5. I want to finish ahead of the big Red Bull team, so let's hope we can actually do that, but it's going to be easier said than done. Let's go for a lap around this beautiful Hungaroring, heading down the home straight. You guys brake as late and as hard as possible down to 2nd gear to get the car to turn in, upshift into 3rd gear, short shift actually, open the DRS as quickly as possible as you head onto this little back straight, this curving back straight, down to 3rd gear for this next left-handed hairpin which falls down. It's very easy to lock a wheel here when you drive with ABS off, so those of you guys that drive ABS off, be careful of that corner. Heading here up the hill into this very fast left-handed, just down gear twice and get the car to go through there as flat as possible. 4th gear going through this right-handed hairpin. I get a little bit of oversteer coming out of the corner, but nothing major. Down to 3rd gear for the chicane, guys. Don't go down to 2nd gear. That is the least grippy part of the track. If you go down to 2nd gear, you are almost guaranteed a spin. Heading through the S section, a very fun S section, but nothing like Silverstone, but still a very fast S section. Down to 6th gear for this next right-hander, and onto this little tiny back straight, heading into the final sector. You brake down to 3rd gear, clip the curb on the inside and on the outside. Make sure you are not too fast to the throttle, because you will spin the car. Down to 2nd gear for the first hairpin, up into 3rd, 4th. Oh, a big kick of oversteer there. I lost a lot of time there. Down to 4th gear to get the car to turn in for this next hairpin. You can go to 3rd if you go a little wide. Open the DRS and we are across the line and we are in position.
From the excitement of qualifying, here's a look at Sebastian Vettel. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow, where we'll be live with all the action. And until then, it's goodbye.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
P4, it's not, P4. Position 7, it's not bad at all. My teammate Pierre Gasly has gotten P4, I don't know how. But guys, let's head to the Hungarian Grand Prix.
We've seen some astonishing Grand Prix here over the years, haven't we? The drama of 2015 is a recent example. Jenson Button's first win on a wet track in 2006, or in 1997, Damon Hill's heartbreak in the Arrows after a late gearbox failure cost him what would have been the team's only ever victory. What a wonderful place this is to come racing today. 14 corners then for our drivers to navigate in the rain today. It's 6 lefts and 8 rights around a lap, and there are a few places where it's very easy to run wide in these conditions. Accidents are not uncommon here, so we may see a safety car out at some point during the race. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Williams. They've had 1 retirement in the last 5 races. What do you think that says about the reliability of their car?
It's a good statistic for sure, as it demonstrates not only mechanical reliability, but consistency from both drivers as well. These are 2 of the first boxes you have to tick for any successful season.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Gasly, Ricciardo, Max Verstappen, O'Connor, Perez, Magnussen, Hülkenberg and Kimi Räikkönen, Grosjean, Sainz, Marcus Ericsson and Alonso. They've taken a grid penalty. Stroll, Bottas, Esteban Ocon and Charles Leclerc, Van Dorn and Sergei Sirotkin rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay, you've qualified higher than we expected, so let's try to build on this position throughout the race.
And it is time for a very wet and slippery Hungarian Grand Prix. But what can you do about the rain? This is just like this season I've had more wet than dry races, I think. But guys, easy strategy. You guys know you can never trust the weather forecast, so I'm just going to improvise as I go along. You guys know the drill by now. Enjoy the formation lap with the beat. If you dance, tag me on Instagram or Twitter.
Gonna break it down for you once more. When the sun goes down and your eyes cannot see, when the sun goes down and your hands cannot reach, when your bones feel like breaking and your heart cannot take another round, I'll be there when the sun goes down. Ready for this one? All that I want, it's just to go crazy when the sun goes down. And all that I need is for you to be my baby when the sun goes down. When the sun goes down, we'll be dancing in the dark. When the sun goes down, to the beating of your heart, as the earth moves in orbit, I will just to go crazy when the sun goes down. And all that I need is for you to be my queen.
Are you guys ready for the Hungarian Grand Prix? Because I can tell you for sure that I am. Let's head to 5 red lights. Mercedes versus Ferrari. Toro Rosso versus Red Bull. Who's going to take the win today? 4 possible teams. And it's go, go, go for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Vettel gets a very slow start by teammate Gasly. And one of the Red Bulls are already pressuring him. I'm in a little bit of a sandwich there on the outside. But now we go to the inside and I dive up both sides. Both of the Red Bulls. It's Toro Rosso 3-4. My teammate Gasly even tried Sebastian Vettel. But now it's still Mercedes, Ferrari from both of the Red Bulls. You guys can see I'm all over the back of my teammate. But it's just too slippery at this stage to try and move. You shouldn't be stupid in the beginning of a wet Grand Prix. Take it slow and just feel the grip levels. Going through this very fast left-hander in the dry. We do it in 4th gear there. It's actually a 6th gear corner there. Yes, but we're going through the hairpin. There's a caution out. I don't know what happened. Ooh! Safety car. There is a safety car. All of the viewers, we've got a safety car. Did we have a safety car in Germany? I can't remember. I don't think so. But in any case, what happened there? What happened? I see there was a little bit of a clog up at the left-hander, which I just spoke about. Valtteri, are you the assassin? Let's see. Guys, peel your eyes. Look at that 77 helmet. This guy can be the culprit. Why do you go to the outside of the McLaren? You had a clear inside line, Valtteri. You baffle me, Valtteri. But it's okay. He gets the better drive out of the first corner. He's in a Haas and McLaren sandwich. He has a little bit of a lock-up heading into the hairpin. Has a little bit of contact with the McLaren. But he squeezes through and is now side by side with the Haas of Romain Grosjean. It's fun to say his name like that, even though my French accent sucks. But we go here into the left-hander. And it's contact between Valtteri and Grosjean. I don't know whose fault was that. We have to have another camera angle, but I think it's Valtteri's fault. Going here into the corner, Valtteri goes for the move on the outside. Ooh, no, that's Grosjean's fault. That is Grosjean's fault. Grosjean had understeer, guys. Look at his car, understeer, and he turned in way too late. That is Grosjean's fault. Sorry, my friend, you deserve that. You should have given Valtteri the space. You should have left him the space. But we have already got controversy in this Grand Prix. Valtteri, I think, has scored a few positions now, and now we are going at the end of lap 3. For the start of lap 4, we're going to restart the Hungarian Grand Prix, guys, behind the safety car. The safety car is heading into the pit lane. You guys can already see I am right up behind my teammate, who is right up behind Vettel, who is right up behind Hamilton. I think Vettel wants this Grand Prix win so badly, but also does Hamilton, because both of these guys are so far behind in the championship. I think they are quite frustrated and they want just to play a little bit of catch up to at least battle for, let's say they want to catch Valtteri. But if Valtteri's got anything to say about it, Valtteri's trying to catch me and Kimi. But it's go, go, go once again for the Hungarian Grand Prix. The yellow flags fall away and it's green flag back to racing. Now the first 5 cars we bolt away. That is Hamilton, Vettel, Gasly, myself and Daniel Ricciardo. Actually 4 teams in the top 5. But Toro Rosso represented the best. Guys, you guys can see I'm sizing up a move on Gasly. I go for a very late move up the brakes. You guys can see the car understeers. Gasly tries a cutback on my inside. We make a little bit of contact, but I've got the better drive and the inside line for the next right-hander. And I'm up into a podium position, trying to chase after these 2 leading cars. I go a little bit wide there. I misjudged the grip levels quite a lot. We jump onto lap 7. Sorry about forgetting about the transition, but it's Checo Sergio Perez versus the Flying Finn Kimi Raikkonen. Ooh, and Checo has a massive lockup heading into the chicane, and that's a free position for Kimi Raikkonen. Not what I needed in this Grand Prix, to be quite honest. We're heading here onto the end of lap 8, guys, and I thought it was time to strap on the slick tires. These intermediates had the poorest grip ever, and I thought this lap was going to be the correct lap to do it, and boy oh boy was I wrong. I'm thinking you guys are like, no, he's probably going to be right. He always guesses this stuff right. Well, for once, guys, I made a mistake. This following lap was the most atrocious lap of my life. The grip was nowhere, and because off of the racing line, the track was still wet, I couldn't get the tires heated up until like the final sector. Then they started heating up. So I went in literally just 1 lap too early. You guys can hear I'm feathering the throttle, and then the very next lap, the rest of the field dives into the pit lane. So at this stage of the Grand Prix, I felt like a little bit of a nunny, because I just should have stayed behind these guys. I was right up behind Hamilton and Vettel, and just I don't know why I did it. I thought I was going to be smart and try and go for an undercut, because who doesn't want to win a Grand Prix? But I made a mistake, and now I was going to battle hammer and tong with my teammates and the two Red Bulls, and most probably Valtteri and Kimi when they catch up to us for the final podium position for the rest of this Grand Prix. But you never know. Guys, this is how much time I lost. Myself, Vettel and Hamilton started running away from the rest of the field. I lost about a good 10 seconds because I'm even behind my teammate Pierre Gasly. But at this stage, like I said, my tires heated up in the final sector. I was going to have more grip than Gasly, and at this stage I needed to make a move as quickly as possible to try and get away from him. Going up the inside of the... Whoa, Gasly, where are you going, my friend? That's a corner. That is a corner. Gasly! Guys, even though I'm trying to be funny there, Gasly is throwing away constructors' points that we so badly need. He got caught out by the wet. There's still a little bit of a wet line on the track. Oh, come on, man. Come on. We can't keep throwing away constructors' points like this. We need to try and catch Ferrari, and they are more than 100 points ahead of us. Mercedes are like, I don't know, 50 points ahead of us, and Gasly keeps doing that. I'm flying the flag for Toro Rosso at this stage. Oh, Gasly, man, come on. The next Grand Prix when we head to Spa, you better have a better finish. I swear, I'm filing for a new teammate. Not that you can do that in the game, but... man, and according to actually some of the in-game files, Gasly is one of the strongest AIs, so mistakes like that are really rare from Gasly. But in any case, heading here, I can't remember which lap, guys, and like I said, Kimi Räikkönen was, yeah, he was a man on a mission, and the mission got sent to him from Pluto, saying that the mission was for Earth, and he was the only man that could do that. Okay, that's a stricken Williams. Okay, don't worry about that. And he was pressuring me as if there was nothing better he could do, which at this stage there was nothing. My comments at this stage are complete garbage. But it's okay. He goes for a move up my outside. I leave him the room, but he also leaves me the room, and I defend successfully. Heading here onto lap 18, guys. Vettel is battling hammer and tong with Lewis, and they're going through this very fast left-hander. And there's a crash! Vettel hits the I don't know what is wrong with Sergei Sirotkin, but he hits Sergei, and that is the end of Vettel's Grand Prix. It has to be. That was a massive impact. I don't know why the Williams is still even on the intermediate tires. I think the Williams actually glitched out. Oh my word, Vettel is not finishing this Grand Prix. Can there be any more bad luck for Sebastian Vettel? Oh guys, I have the potential to be second now, but Kimi Räikkönen is right behind Daniel Ricciardo, and they get held up a bit by the Williams. I don't understand why there wasn't a safety car until the Williams got to the pit lane. Codemasters, come on guys, that's a clear safety car sign here. Guys, you see here, a few laps later, I come into the pit lane to strap on my second set of soft tires, and here's where I finally realized that I made a mistake with my tire choices. A big one, like a very, very, very big one. At this stage of the race, my two biggest rivals, being the other two Red Bull cars, Daniel Ricciardo and Max Verstappen, well, they were quite smart and never went onto a set of soft tires. As you guys see, Hamilton even gets held up by that stupid Williams. But Ricciardo and Verstappen went onto mediums after the intermediate tire period, and they were going to the end of the Grand Prix and actually kept very good pace with the rest of us. Hamilton even sees that the mediums had brilliant pace anyway, goes from his softs onto mediums to go to the end of the Grand Prix. But now, my strategy was going onto two sets of soft tires. So basically, I was going to have to play catch-up like I've never played catch-up before, because now, to even get a podium, I had to pass Max Verstappen. I'm gonna repeat that. Max Verstappen. If you guys don't know, Max Verstappen defends with everything he's got. And then I need to try and chase after Ricciardo. As you guys see, Hamilton is leading the way from Daniel Ricciardo with Max Verstappen in third. There he comes around the final corner, crossing the line. Then it's myself catching Max at a very steady pace. I wasn't pushing the car too hard because I knew my tires had to last. Valtteri Bottas has gotten himself all the way up into fifth. Sixth place is the second man, also chasing in from behind on soft tires, Kimi Räikkönen, my championship rival. Seventh place is Nico Hülkenberg in the first of the two Renaults. Eighth place is Kevin Magnussen. Ninth place is my teammate Pierre Gasly, who has thrown away so many points. You bloody... I'm not going to say anything. And in 10th place, this is the second Renault of Carlos Sainz. Now, heading here onto lap 29, guys, there's only 6.5 laps to go, and things are getting juicy. I have finally caught up to the back of Verstappen, but now the thing was, guys, look at my fuel at the bottom right corner. I was 0.3 laps over my limit, and I had to pass him as quickly as possible so I could get the car back into lean fuel mixture to start saving fuel. But I knew if I put this car into lean mixture behind Verstappen, he was going to bolt away, because still that Red Bull car is a better car than the Toro Rosso. So let's see if we can make something happen on the beginning of lap 30. I think I'm way too far behind at this stage, so let's save the ERS for this very next lap and try something on the next lap. Well, let's save some ERS on this lap and try something on the next lap. Ugh, my English today is atrocious, guys. I'm sorry. Guys, we head on to the end of the next lap, and this time I think I've got Verstappen. Overspeed, rich on the fuel, overtake on the ERS, and we go for a dive up the inside. Please don't make contact. Ooh, that's actually a very beautiful move, if I have to say so myself, with a beautiful camera angle. So we are up into 3rd position of the podium, and at the very end of the next lap, lap 32, Bottas decides to give Max a little kiss on the rear, and also go around his outside for the inside of the next corner, the second to last corner, the hairpin. And you guys saw there, I was not far ahead. I couldn't get away from Max Verstappen because, like you guys already know, I had to put my car into lean fuel mixture. The very next lap, the end of lap 33, Raikkonen does the same that Bottas did and passes Max at the very same spot of the track, actually, which was, to me, was quite ironic. Shows that those medium tires were completely over and out for Max. But guys, it's lap 34. We start lap 34 now, and I've got 2 Finns coming up behind me at a pace that I can't match at this stage. I don't know how Valtteri still had pace in that car. That car obviously still has a better chassis, because the car, or he's got better tire wear upgrades, because Valtteri, after the intermediate period, went on to ultra softs for about 8-9 laps, and then he went on to these set of softs, and he has been on these softs probably about 6 laps more than me, and his softs have got just way more grip. And now with me and him battling, Kimi Raikkonen, all he's saying is nom, 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 I am right behind you. So guys, it's the final lap of the Hungarian Grand Prix. It is myself versus Valtteri Bottas versus Kimi Raikkonen. The 3 championship contenders are fighting for the final spot on the podium. At this stage, all I wanted to do was finish ahead of both of them, just so I could gain points on both of them. I would stretch my gap from Valtteri, and I would close the gap on Kimi. This was very crucial that I finished ahead of these guys. But if I know these two AIs, Valtteri and Kimi, they are not going to give me this easily. You guys can see I just stay ahead as we head up the hill, but I have a massive tank slapper. Ooh, I nearly lost the back end of my car there. Okay, settle down, focus. It's only 2 sectors to go. Guys, we jump onto the POV of Lewis Hamilton. He has dominated this Grand Prix. If it wasn't for Vettel's crash, I am sure that Hamilton would not have had such an easy time. But still, GG's to Lewis. He finally gets the win he needs just to boost himself for the rest of this championship. And now heading into the summer break, Lewis can sit back and refocus for the second half of the season. GG's to Lewis. Well done, Lewis. Then, coming through in second place is the man who pulled off a brilliant strategy, Daniel Ricciardo. Well done. You bested the Toro Rosso team today, so you guys are actually still the superior Red Bull team. But in third place, hallelujah, we are going to come through in third place, successfully defending from Valtteri and Kimi. Get in there, lad, on the podium.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
A great win then for the Mercedes team today. Tell me, Ant, what was the key to this success?
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
And it's time to let it all sink in. Congratulations to our top 3 to... So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Well, the lead at the top has come down after a poor result for our points leader. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Oh, well, I'm a bit spoilt for choice, Crofty. My instinct says Valtteri Bottas, and looking down the field, no one really jumps out at me to make me change my mind.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. The lead at the top comes down after a strong weekend from the challenging pack. Meanwhile, Renault move up the table with another strong performance this weekend. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment of this Formula One season.
Did you struggle to get through all that traffic today? You must be happy with the result today. Would you say that your rival is still on your level? Appreciate your time.
Guys, what a final few laps of the Hungarian Grand Prix. You guys saw I made mistakes. My heart was beating in my frickin' throat. That was clutch time. But now you guys see how close the championship is as we head into the second part of the season. This championship is going to get excellent as far as we go. And guys, you see recently I've been getting the contract bonuses, so the cars up so the Toro Rosso cars upgrades are shooting through the roof, but that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. Let's quickly hear what I think Emma has to say.
It's time for us to renegotiate your contract. Here you can see the current deal. Once negotiations begin, the team will make you an offer. You can accept if you like, but I strongly suggest we push for better terms. We're asking for too much here. We need to make some compromises. Okay, that proposal looks good. It seems all parties are happy with the deal, so it'll commence at the next race weekend.
Now that is one juicy contract. Guys, we also got to spend some resource points. But guys, that has been this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Guys, be ready for the second half of the season. It's going to be epic. So guys, please leave a like, ding that bell. Don't forget to, subscribe. Don't forget to ding the bell. And please, don't forget to share this video. I'll see you all for the next Grand Prix at Spa-Francorchamps. Cheers!